So is bodybuilding a sport or just an activity that you do just to better your life? According to Mike Rashid, a bodybuilder himself, he asked this question: is bodybuilding actually something you do as a sport, or is it something you do just as an activity? So I believe bodybuilding is just used to help your physical appearance, to help your mental clarity. I don't look at it as a sport. I think people like the strongman competition, like Brian Shaw was doing. I look at the CrossFit Games, which Danny Spiegel has done. Those are competitions, which would be more along the lines of a sport. When you're doing bodybuilding competitions and you're just going out there to show off your physique, that's really not a sport. So as you can see, we're here in paradise, and I'd say most people that come here on a regular basis are not training for competition. That's one of the main reasons why I don't look at it as a sport, because people are just here to help out their physical health. But I will not say, if you guys are here to work out and to do bodybuilding as a competition, I'm not going to look at you as a bad person. That's the reason I work out, is to help out my depression, my mental health, and all that stuff. The best way to work out is to have probably a group of people you work out with, because it's going to be more motivating for you. They can push you harder. So I have a thing to tell you guys. If you guys ever think, well, why does he lock his legs out? It's because the machine is actually a little bit too long for my short legs at 5'3". So when my legs are fully extended, that's what they look like. One of the best exercises for legs is the hack squat. If you can't do regular squats, and let's say physically you can't just do it because like your shoulders are messed up or something, you can't hold the bar, I would highly recommend doing this and doing like kettlebell uh goblet squats, 3 sets of 10. Come on. And remember to rack your weights. That's why I was saying this gym is notorious for people leaving their weights on the machine. Yeah, I ain't putting that away. Remember, guys, do not ego lift. What ego lifting is lifting too much weight that you're doing the form incorrect, that you end up hurting yourself because you're doing the movement incorrectly. Instead of like curling and your back is straight, you're going like this. You're arching your back because you're lifting too much weight. Let's say you're trying to curl 80 pounds and you're going like this, but you can curl 50 pounds correctly, then do 50 pounds correctly until you can do 60 pounds correctly. Because too many people ego lift. I could lift this weight and they're arching their back going like this. And to be honest, that's when you injure yourself over a period of time by doing the movement wrong. Then you have shoulder pain, you have back pain. So when you're looking at it as a sport, bodybuilding is something you do in the gym. You work out, you try to lose weight, you try to get your best physique you possibly can. You go up on the stage and then you have somebody who might not even be ripped in shape telling you, hey Tom, you're the winner because your physique looks better than Billy's. And that's what it is. In an MMA fight, you realize, hey, that's a real sport, because you know as a fan how it's judged, from getting knocked out, going to the judge's scoring card, or getting tapped out. Like in a soccer game, you know who's winning, right? You know automatically when the guy scores a goal, the Americans are beating the Chinese. You just realize that by looking at the scorecard. You go, even if you're not a fan of the sport, you tune on the channel, you realize, oh, that team's winning and that team's losing. If I or the average person turned on a bodybuilding competition, we have no idea what's going on, to be honest. You go, well, how did that guy win and this guy lost? To me, that's more like they're modeling up there, like the world's hottest woman, basically, like those kind of competition where the women go up there and they go Miss Universe. That's what it really feels like to me. What Danny Spiegel does and what Brian Shaw does, those are two, I think, more sport oriented things because you have a competition. How far can you pull that car? Brian Shaw, he pulled it 100 yards. The next guy comes out and pulls it 105 yards. We know the guy who pulled it further won. Danny Spiegel's sport, okay, she's lifting a sandbag that's 250 pounds over her shoulder and pressing it. The next girl comes out and can't lift it. We know she won because she lifted heavier weight. That is considered a sport. But when you're just up there showing off your physique, I don't know if that's really considered a sport. But I do agree with Mike how he says train like a beast, get in there and work your ass off. So at the end of the day, that is my take on his question. Was it a sport or is it not a sport? Let me know what you guys think in the comments because honestly, I see CrossFit games as a sport, but I don't see just standing on a stage showing off your physique a sport.